Back at the hotel after a epic day of filming today with our homies at Root Financial. There's our boy James right there doing some uploading / sorting of the footage. I find that each time I don't get to the footage right away and I get to it when I get back home and I organize and sort it then, I don't have as much context, or like it's not as fresh and top of mind. I can't make as good of notes about the footage when I'm back home. So I make it a point, no matter how tired I am, now to do it the night of. There's still a lot of uploading to do. I got to upload a lot off of this phone, and I've got also a ton of videos on that phone right there. We got a ton of content today. Probably got about, I'd say 40 to 50% of the way through everything. But the multitasking videos with a lot of props took a fair bit of time in the morning. So I'm going to check in on our sheet right here, see exactly how many videos we have left for tomorrow, but we'll film the entirety of the morning and likely into the afternoon a bit, and we will complete all of our filming by tomorrow. Was a really strong day. Awesome to meet James and Ari, the guys who run Root. James, the founder, is super impressive guy. Like, I just take so many mental notes and physical notes just like being around these guys. It's I say it all the time. It's my favorite part of doing what I do is being able to meet these epic people and just being able to soak up all of the juice while being here and getting paid to do it is a freaking dream come true. So I wanted to spend this time. I'll tie up the first statement I'm making with a bow. Obviously, this is a niche example based off of what exactly I do, which is sorting the footage the day of, as opposed to waiting until 5-6 days from now when I get back to Phoenix to I'm sat down in a perfect condition environment to sort all the footage. No, doing it right now saves so much time, but more importantly, bandwidth in the meantime. If I go in tonight, despite it being almost 9 p.m. right now, and I stay up until 11, take a meeting with one of my editors, organize and assign all of the footage, finish reviewing all the projects, clear all 70 plus of my messages that are on my phone from being on shoot today and not checking it, I'll be in a much better position tomorrow. But more importantly, I won't have the mental bog down that is having all those notifications, having all those outstanding mini projects. So that being said, when shit comes onto your plate and you can take care of it, take care of it. So it's either take care of it right away or delegate. And that's literally just a note to self, because I let stuff build up so much, and it's the messages just boom, and then all of a sudden there's hundreds that are in the inbox, and you're just overwhelmed, and the work that you're doing in the meantime isn't as good because you're overwhelmed and thinking about the fact that you have all of these messages that you got to get to. So that's number one. Number two, I wanted to spend some time going over some takeaways that I had from James and Ari on our podcast today. So I always selfishly interview all the clients that we work with on my podcast when we're filming together. I left my phone case at the studio, so I'm gonna try my best to set this thing up right here. Okay, cool. So I want to take some time and go over some of the takeaways I had for our podcast today, because I interviewed James and Ari on our the new Office Hours podcast that we're going to be launching. We have over 90 episodes on Congruence right now. It's going to be getting a bit of a rebrand / relaunch pretty soon. And I just want to go over some takeaways of what I got, because there were some really valuable ones. So Ari, he is the VP and head of growth at Root Financial. He should not have even got a position at Root. We were chatting, and this dude literally followed up for 3 straight years to get an opportunity to work at this firm when it was just getting started. And it was just James, the founder, who was running the firm. 3 straight years worth of follow-up. Hey, how's it going? Hey, just checking in. Hey, can I drive 2 hours to your office to come shadow you so that we can, so I can be an asset? Dude, start off as a video editor and now is the VP and head of growth of a financial planning firm that's managing almost $2 billion in assets, because of persistence and because of being willing to do every single piece of work. Second thing under that umbrella is the way that James and I got connected at first was through a post that he made about throwing the first pitch at the San Diego Padres game. And turns out Ari was the guy that made that happen because he just hit up every single person in the Padres organization on LinkedIn, sent them all gifts and cheese baskets and crazy stuff. So I was like, wow, you really can do anything with a bit of grit, determination, and persistence. So it was really cool to see that. That was a huge takeaway for me, was just that persistence. And like it builds on something that's been top of mind for me, which is that you should inspect what you expect. And it's just follow up. Follow up was the word that I was saying. I realized it was a bit like rushed. So that was one thing. That was what I took away from Ari. And then James, I took a bunch of notes on. The biggest word that I had summed up our entire podcast was the word intention. And it's really just being intentional about everything that you're doing. So like, okay, I want to start a business. Why? I want to make more money. Why? Because I want to buy cooler things. Okay, why? Why is that? And then usually you get down to the root cause, which is something internal. You end up having to fight an internal battle. So it's just being intentional about, at least for him, he gave the example of like the company. So we want to have the culture of our team be really, really strong, because if the culture of our team is really, really strong, people will want to come work with us and want to be part of our culture. And then if we have the best people working with us, then our clients get the best service. And if our clients get the best service, they stay with us for longer, refer their friends, and we grow the business as a result. So that was like a huge thing. It's just internal. It's their theme for the year was inward, outward, upward. So focus on the inward, so the team. And then as a result, we get outward growth, which is more clients that are coming on, clients getting better results, and then upward, which is moving up in the market. So focus on the team, clients will follow, and then the firm will grow as a result of that happening. So really just like team culture, team building, and intention were the big things that I took from that. And then we got to chat in the car. He dropped me back off at the office after dinner tonight. Just James and I were chatting in the car. He was talking about his like having a methodology that team can follow. So if you have good employees on your team, like they're really strong at what they do, they're gonna want to have their own flair to things. So how do you let someone have their own flair to things while also like not going off the rails and making sure that everything is still like the way that I would want it done as the founder, as the owner? And the way that happens is you have a standard. It's like the Brand Sharks. What's the Brand Sharks standard? Like what warrants this to be a Brand Sharks video versus a non-Brand Sharks video that AKA is inferior. So you have your standard for video, standard for scripts, standard for whatever it is that you do inside of the business, and then also the methodology. So like a client comes on, what exactly happens? There needs to be a robust process where this happens, this meeting happens, this happens inside that meeting. This meeting happens after that, this was what happens inside the meeting. This is how you bridge the two meetings together, and this is how service gets delivered, and this is what the standard is. So those are some really big takeaways, and I'm really excited. Like we're in a point right now where the work has definitely been paying off. I mean, guys like this is like, these are like dream clients for us. Like last year at this time, I couldn't have even, like, you could definitely imagine working with clients like this, but it's awesome to see like how quickly that vision got realized as a result of putting in a crap load of work. So it's really cool to see. But I am ready to get back from this trip. Not because I'm not enjoying myself here. San Diego is beautiful. I was actually looking at apartments and what the market looked like here. But I'm looking to get back so I can actually start to focus, because this is the last like round of flyouts that we have is this, and then I have a bit of time in between when I get back and Thanksgiving, to be able to actually strategically think about where we're at as a business and what we're doing next, because there's a lot of stuff that needs working internally, because we give good results for clients. We're crushing it right now. But internally as a team, as a culture, as an organization, like the organizational structure needs a lot of work. Who's responsible for what? And the culture needs a lot of work, because I'm very like on and off as a leader, like either super on or radio silent, because like on a trip, I didn't look at my phone all day today. I wasn't looking at notifications all day. Now I'm catching up on everything, making sure I still do the non-negotiables, one of which is this video. But it's also valuable making a video like this because when you teach something, you have a higher retention rate in your brain. So it was good to teach this, but that being said, there's a lot that needs inner workings. So once I get back from this trip, we'll have a bit more time where it's just routine clients and submitting scripts, managing projects every day, without like big, like this takes time. This takes a lot of time. This is 59 pages worth of scripts and preparation. So there's no more of those, at least for the next few weeks. So I'll actually be able to not hang out, but like do the fun, strategic, critical thinking work. And that was another big takeaway from James I'll leave you with is don't outsource your critical thinking. And I think that I've been doing that a bit recently because there's just so much on my mind. And just so much happening at once, and it feels like I'm the only one it feels like there's really nobody I can talk to. So I resort to like business coaching groups, masterminds, and AI to like troubleshoot my problems with. And I think troubleshooting has lately kind of went into outsourced critical thinking, as James would call it. And it was a strong reminder today to not do that and to make sure that we're attacking all problems head on and making sure we're not just conforming to what everyone else is doing. You'll never be able to do anything different and innovative if you're just copying what everyone else is doing. But also, like, I don't want to become a smooth brain in the critical thinking department because I just use AI for everything. So that was a big one there. But I'll leave you with that. I think this might be the longest video I've ever done, but lots of takeaways, lots of vloggage and documentage, I guess you can say, from today. Just got to 12 minutes, so I think it's about time we wrap up. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace.